Hey guys, and welcome to Habitual Crypto. My name's Dan, and today we're going to take a look at Bitcoin, Bitcoin dominance, take a look at some of the top altcoins, and talk about just a little bit about the Coinbase IPO that was just revealed today and should have a big effect on crypto as a whole, possibly offering retail nice avenue to get some sort of stake in the crypto market as a whole, but also possibly having a negative effect in the short term at least. So we're going to start off the day taking a look at the Bitcoin chart. So let me pull that up here. And if you've been tuning in with us for the past couple days, we've been looking at Bitcoin, and um, my analysis was that I was hoping we were going to range and possibly give the also just let Bitcoin kind of calm down and build up some pressure to be able to take off again and get to some higher highs. So let's take a look at um, a little more zoomed in here on the 1 hour. Let's go to the 1 hour chart. And we've been able to stay above 49,000 for most of the day today. Looks like we might be coming back down. But again, what I'm hoping for, if we do go any lower, I'm hoping that we don't go any lower than 42,000. That seems to be a big support level. But what I'm really expecting is just to keep ranging here, still holding 45,000. I think that's a good possibility that we just maybe we come down and test that again or test 47,000 and just keep moving in here until the selling calms down, and that gives us enough room for the demand to um, outweigh the supply, and we can go higher. So we can chart out in the short term what's going on here, and we are making higher lows here on the hourly. So this is a small time frame, but we're making higher lows, and the RSI is actually staying relatively sideways. So on the hourly, the RSI looks a little bullish here. We might be able to hold off here and keep going if we draw this channel that we're in. You can see it's kind of, let's see if that extends. Yeah. We've been kind of using this as support, and that's kind of where we've been in the short term for the last couple days, day and a half. So let's see if we can stay in here. There's a good chance, Bitcoin will go up again right here if it stays in the channel. If not, we'll probably see a decent little dip down, probably back down to the 47,000 level, and hopefully hold there. But overall, it's looking good. We can check back in on this later. And again, on the bigger time frame, Bitcoin's looking really good. I don't see any problems with taking a little break and regrouping. There's definitely been a lot of big buying happening around the $48,000 level. There's some charts that show a lot of Bitcoin getting purchased at those levels. So we'll see what happens, but I think that's a very strong support area, and we have a couple more really strong support areas right below that, still above 40,000. So even if this does take one more dip down, I don't think it's the end of the world. I think it's possible, probably more unlikely, but so far looking healthy. And we'll keep an eye on this channel, see if it holds, because something's going to happen over this stream most likely. And we'll check in on Ethereum here, and then I'll go to a little news about Coinbase. So Ethereum not holding up as much as a lot of the other coins have been. It does still look very similar to Bitcoin, but it's even down more than Bitcoin today percentage wise. Bitcoin's down about 1.5% and Ethereum about 3%. So we'll see what happens. The good thing about Ethereum is that it came down and hit this previous all-time high and bounced right up. So it's going to follow what Bitcoin does most likely, unless we go into some explosive alt season where things could turn around for Ethereum. But Ethereum's kind of getting hit on all fronts right now. There's a lot of competitors trying to kind of take a piece of Ethereum and argue that Ethereum's gas prices are too high and it's just not efficient enough at this moment in time. And we'll see who can actually succeed in that, but in the long run, I don't think anyone's going to be able to dethrone Ethereum. And there's just too many projects and too many developers already totally invested in Ethereum, where to get some of these guys to move to another blockchain and rewrite code to fit that blockchain is not going to be an easy sell because of how much time they've already put in. So I think most companies will just be a little more patient, because there are some helpful tools coming into play that should lower gas fees and just lower the traffic and help out in making these projects more efficient. So we'll keep an eye on Ethereum and see what it does. It does look like it broke out of a little wedge here recently and broke down to about 1570. So we'll see how low it goes, but Ethereum's probably just consolidating here and gonna make another move when Bitcoin does. That would be my guess. We'll take a look at Bitcoin dominance, because I know that is what some of the altcoin holders are concerned about. And again, we're kind of overall, we're in a kind of a tightening. It seems like we're tightening up here, and we're going to have to either break up or down. But again, this all depends on Bitcoin. But if Bitcoin keeps ranging, normally it takes a few days of kind of Bitcoin just sitting around before people feel comfortable moving out of Bitcoin. If it looks like it might just sit around for a little bit, but that doesn't happen in 2 days. Normally you need like 4 to 5 days of nothing drastic happening, and then you'll see most likely this dominance go down, and hopefully we can break through these two big resistance levels, because as we talked about yesterday, that could affect the price quite a bit. Let's see here. Let's go to let's check out the Coinbase news here. So first, let's look at the top coins over the past 24 hours. We have Polygon, which is Matic, and Polygon just became partners, and it's a layer 2 solution. So Matic is Polygon's one of these solutions for Ethereum's gas fees. So projects can use Matic to kind of avoid that in the short term. So it's doing very well. Near, and then Engine Coin up 27% for the day, for the past 24 hours. It really recovered everything from that was lost because of the Bitcoin drop there. Let's see here. And we have the Coinbase IPO, which I talked about earlier. This is a big deal. It's basically putting a direct listing on the stock market. It's there's a lot of arguments on both sides whether this will help the crypto community or not. But no matter what happens in the short term, I think over time it's going to help it. When people, there's an argument that people will invest in Coinbase instead of investing in crypto, instead of investing in Bitcoin itself, just to get kind of a piece of the pie. But that may work initially, but Coinbase probably isn't going to go up the same amount as most cryptos will. And the other argument, as far as the negative, Chamath here, who I can't say his last name, so I won't even try, but he's a billionaire investor. He's been a huge Bitcoin bull since like 2010, so he's made plenty of money off of that. And he also he's saying the direct listing for Coinbase will either be a great on-ramp for companies and retail investors, or it will basically, they'll run up the price at first and then kind of sell, leaving basically the institutions will buy in and run up the price to 100. You know, it started at 54 billion and now it's already 100 billion as far as what it's gonna start at on the stock exchange. And he's worried that, you know, if they basically sell right when the stock opens, or right a little bit after, they basically will leave the retail investor, you know, holding their stock, and they'll lose quite a bit of money, because the valuation could go back down to 54 billion or 60 billion, but from 100 billion that would be a big loss, you know, 45%. So so he doesn't know what's going to happen. He's hoping that you know, that doesn't happen, and it's basically stock manipulation, and he's hoping that you know, the institutions don't do that to people here, because it will probably have a negative effect on Bitcoin as well as crypto in general, even though once again it would be Wall Street kind of screwing over the little guy. So we'll see what happens with that. I'm going to keep an eye on the listing. Yeah, and that's pretty much it for the news today. We're probably going to keep this stream short today because I want to work on some other things relating, trying to make the stream a little better for everybody. But we will go through some coins. I did want to take a look at Engine, because it had a really nice day, and I know some of you were interested in it. You can see just recently, within the past 5 hours, we came up and tested that top again. So this was a great buying opportunity during the dip. Let's see how much it went up from the, let's say, you know, obviously no one was going to time the bottom perfectly, but it was around here for quite a while. So you could have made about 64%, you know, if you sold up here, and it's really good for a couple days. But we're gonna, you know, this still looks really good in my opinion. Especially there's a lot of support in this area, kind of where there was a lot of consolidation right before the Bitcoin drop here. So we'll just keep an eye on this. We'll add, looks like right about here it hit support today, and I'm sure that, you know, there's a lot of spots over time, but it basically, this is a heart line for it recently, and we'll see if it can consolidate here, and then it could try to make another move up, and that would be 1, 2, 3, 4 times it's tried to get these higher highs. And if it does get through, we're going to be in price discovery mode, so really anything could happen with that. There could be, you know, a nice, some nice price movement there, but Engine looking very good. Not many coins were able to come up again to their highest level since the Bitcoin drop yet. So I wanted to take a look at Ada is one of the coins that was able to do that, or at least get really close to it. So, and you can see we drew this channel yesterday, and it was able to, you know, kept fighting, and once it broke, boom, had a very nice bounce up to its previous all-time highs, or very close to it. So we want to break basically 120 to set new all-time highs, and yeah, we'll see if maybe it comes down and makes support on here, or just consolidates here and goes at it again. This is synthetics, which is looking good. Trying to get back up into this channel. It was able to hold support on this previous line here, and we'll see what it does. Just broke out of this. We'll see if it holds there. Sushi was able to break out of this previous resistance here we had, and as soon as it did, boom, shot up, made a nice bounce here, and it's probably gonna hold there. And it got back into its previous channel here, so we'll see if it can get up and hold this line and then go up to test all-time highs again. Litecoin having a good day. Consolidated after the drop, broke up, and making a higher low. Still in this big channel. So we'll see if it can come up and test these higher highs again. This 200 level. It's going to be another big area to break and hold above. see Bitcoin did break down out of that trend line. So, like I said, I'm expecting it to kind of range here a little bit. So, on Bitcoin, dominance is falling a little bit because of that. Because people think, oh, it's not going to shoot up right now. So it's falling a little bit. Let's see if it gets below these key levels here over the next 24 hours. But yeah, that's where I'm going to leave it today. We're going to come back on Monday, have a little bit, we're going to try to have more of a timeline set up for the day on the screen there, and have a little better audio setup. So thank you for tuning in today, and we're going to actually have a new time starting Monday. It's going to be Monday through Thursday, 3:30 to 5:30. So 2 full hours. Hopefully a lot more people will join us, ask for some charting for coins, and we'll be able to help everyone out. So thank you for tuning in, and we will see you on Monday.